Okay, let's have a look around. That's where we came from. Can we actually go out this way? There's no way we're leaving empty-handed. Good to know. So I just wanted to have a look around, make sure there weren't any hidden pieces of loot somewhere. His normal walk animation is kind of weird. Kind of looks like he's running in slow motion, you know? I've never been in here before, but sure looks like it's still in operation to me. But I don't see anyone from the EDF. Maybe they don't need staff here. From what I can see, the entire production line is automated. Okay, so somewhere inside we should likely find something wrong, Lisa? It's nothing, we should get moving. Lady Elisa and I will be your guides. In all seriousness, we really don't need more party members. I'm not even going to worry about that, so yeah, let's just go forward. I was a little curious if you could just choose to hop into the Reverie corridor if you were feeling like it.
Okay, I can do it.
Sad part is, if not for Tita, I actually probably would try to field Elisa just so I could poke from a distance. It's locked. They really didn't skimp on security. Shouldn't have counted on as much for a military factory. Maybe so, but during my last inspection, this door wasn't here. Everything from the walls to the machinery has changed so much that it doesn't even feel like I'm in the same building. They've scrapped and revamped the factory's interior from top to bottom. What? Seems like an awful lot of work. The Reinford company's efforts this past month has been focused on dismantling weapons used in the war. I assume our foes took notice and used our being distracted to seize this place. So they redid everything to manufacture more Zauber soldats? And all in a month's time, but then just about anything goes when your enemy is Ouroboros. This certainly throws a wrench into you two acting as our guides now, doesn't it? Still, even if it is harder to navigate, it sounds like whatever we find will be worth the trouble. Anyway, I'm thinking that terminal is the key to getting inside. Looks like it's one of our models. Could you give me a hand, Sharon? With pleasure. Let us know if we can help. Yeah. This is getting nowhere. This terminal seems to be connected to another one via the orbital network. But the network address is encrypted, so it's not going to be easy finding its physical location. Too bad for us. Damn it, so we really can do jack all here. We could try splitting up and seeing if we can find the other terminal. There isn't any guarantee the other one is also here, so I'm uncertain if anything would come of it. Actually, I get the feeling we won't need to worry about the other one. If we're going to look around, we should just keep it around this area. So, mostly wait? Really? If that's what you think, then alright. Let's see if there are any clues nearby. They searched as thoroughly as they could without straying too far, but there was nothing of use to be found. But just as they were starting to lose any hope of progress being made. Oh? Did you figure something out? Another device accessed the same server as this one a few minutes ago. I think we just got very lucky. I smell a risk worth taking in that. We don't know who we're dealing with, of course, so you ought to disguise your voice. My mask will do just as well. Good idea. He really is prepared for anything. It's rain mirror around this guy.
Testing, testing. Hello? I assume someone is there. Can you hear me?
What? Who is calling us? And from where? Lloyd.
I got it. You're speaking to Detective Lloyd Bannings of the Crossbell Police Department's Special Support Section. Could you tell me where you're calling from?
You're just gonna lay it all out there first thing?
I hope you won't regret that.
He's being direct to catch them off guard. Call it a Lloyd special.
There's a name I didn't expect to hear. I recognize some of the other voices, too. Guess I don't need to worry about a thing if she's with her beloved.
I've heard of him, but we've never met him.
Well, he's got spunk. I like him. Huh? Why does everyone know him, Rufus? Is he a friend?
Not quite. But he is nevertheless at the right place at the right time. I will handle this. I'm afraid we have no intention of sharing that information with you. I assume you are aware of the problem we face?
Yeah. Looks like the security systems we're up against are interconnected. That means we aren't going anywhere if we don't work as a team. If you're willing, then so am I.
Good. Your cooperation is much appreciated. On my signal, make an attempt to unlock the door. I assume that as long as we do it at the same time, we will succeed.
All right.
Oh, it opened!
So that's how this all works.
The door on our end's open too.
You have our thanks. I imagine we'll be encountering more doors of this nature. Might we count on your assistance as we do?
Sure. Can do. Leave your identity aside for the time being. Let's prioritize getting through this.
Your understanding is much appreciated. Until next we speak, then.
They cut communications. I wonder who they were. Their voices were too garbled for me to recognize them. One of them sounded a lot like... Unauthorized access detected. Increasing threat level in the first and second laboratories. Of course they ship out a bunch of archaisms as a welcoming party. Can't say I didn't see this coming. Just goes to show they really don't want us to find what we're here for. And we're not the only party who knows there's something good to be found here. Either way, whatever they throw out won't be enough to stop us. Just keep an eye out for archaisms while making sure nothing goes unchecked. We've got this. About time we could start exploring. Can't say I feel great about working with cops, but nothing we can really do about that now. Hope we find something here. Well, let's begin. I trust we can count on you to guide us. I'll try, but the layout looks nothing like how I remember it. There's no telling what traps away. Be careful. So our guides came and guide. They had one job and they screwed it up.
So this is where they're manufacturing helmets.
They've repurposed the Zorg and Melgia production lines, it seems.
Pisses me off. Let's go before I wreck the place.
I think Agate Kindlose might make a bit of an improvement. Pew pew! So like usual when encountering that type of enemy, they appear in a unit of 3 uniques, and I only managed to scan 1 in that fight just because I used excessive force, let's be honest.
That enemy appears rather...
Got 8 U material.
Hope that chest has some nice stuff in it.
Celine's Bouquet. So it brings to mind a moonlit night. I'm wondering if that... Is that supposed to be a reference? Nah. Let's see. if we have any openings on Tio. So I'm guessing the cape upgrades into the bouquet. It's called Prismatic Cape. So yeah, it's actually a significant jump, all things considered.
There!
Almost missed those.
Charging complete.
And if you need to heal or anything, don't forget there's the station over there.
Can't afford to rush in a place like this.
Go! We get the first attack.
I don't know if the effect persists in battle or not, but you can see our EP being drained just like that one room in Orca's Tower.
Break that!
I'm referring to Azure, by the way, if you
Let's retreat.
didn't play it.
All right.
It's my go.
Okay, just want to make sure these were the same type of unit.
Beginning and... I'll go.
I'm gonna... They're down!
There!
Okay. Dummy. Break!
There! Let's go! Break that! It's my turn. Now!
Following up!
In the event I show this fight,
It's
I went
over!
for that one for that reason right there. I figured I could execute
Let's go!
it.
Take this!
It's my turn.
If you need me.
Raring to go. Yeah! Break!
There!
All right.
I can do it. There! They're down!
There!
I'll, It's nice to know.
Of course I'd improve.
So you lose 20 EP every round in the fight. So don't think you're safe in battle or anything, but you notice I don't use a lot of spells anyway. Crafts are just vastly better in these games.
Go! Pow!
So I got more EP charges than anything else from those fights, which makes me
You see
think
that
this
treasure
room
chest, I'm sure.
may be a little predisposed or something towards those. We get Waterfall.
Huh. Not often you see one of these.
Not really a fan of those because I don't farm low-level enemies or anything. Are we able to go back out the way we came, or did I miss that?
Pow!
Now this is new.
Go!
Okay, so this is actually a worthwhile pickup.
What luck!
Otherwise, it didn't really justify coming out here, other than just scanning purposes. that was a pretty sizable group, believe it or not. I got 12 U materials off of it, so we're almost at 700 of the suckers. Otherwise, I'm not seeing any crates, but luckily we have that one quartz that lets us regain the assault gauge just by walking. Vital Divine Water.
Huh. Not often you see one of these.
Yeah, it gives you 100 HP, but to put into context for you, we're dealing with thousands. Wait, isn't this part of the robot we fought at the top of Orcus Tower? The Ion Unit, or a different one? The hand of the Ion Unit? Asmodyne, it looks that way. That model was supposedly scrapped, wasn't it? But part of it is here. If part of it is here, that means... I wonder if there's anything left in here. Seems so, but it's protected with multiple layers of encryption. I'll need all the help I can get. Sharon, Tio, Tita, Kia, mind give me a hand? Be my pleasure. You can count on me. With this many capable hands, we should have it cracked in no time. Best of luck, everyone. Jackpot. My assumption was correct. It's chock full of information on Zauber Soldats, including Asmodyne and the new Helmerd model. It appears R&D began roughly around when Crossbow was occupied last year. They were undoubtedly manufactured in this factory, so even then the cogs were already in motion. I presume the 6th Anguisse was already in on it by then, but something doesn't quite add up. What do you mean? I agree, the 6th Anguisse may be an expert on iteration and novel applications of existing tech, but only the Black Workshop knew how to manufacture Zauber Soldats during the war. We were thorough as could be investigating all Imperial sites connected to the workshop, but we didn't find a thing. How the Zauber Soldat engines were made is still a complete mystery. There was zero indication of the manufacturing process in any of the factories we searched. Even Mom and Professor Schmidt couldn't make heads or tails of it. They said that with the gnomes gone, it shouldn't be possible ever again to make new models. But the presence of that Asmodyne model and those Helmerds suggest otherwise. You're right, it doesn't add up. Just where did Professor Novartis get the technology? We can worry about that later. No sense staying around theorizing when there's so much more left to explore. I feel like we're missing too much to know anything for sure. We can put things together later. Agreed, either way, talk about a nice find. Let's keep going and see if we can dig up anything else. So, is there even anything in this room? Oh, looks like this side is done. Protection program on the terminal needs to be operated as the same as the one on the other route. Okay, we have those scanned. They're really good at stalling out fights. Okay, that fight wasn't really that bad at all, but I'm wondering if that's just because of my level from the corridor. It's just out of curiosity, I got 8 S tablets from that. I don't really remember which status item does what, so let me stat down. Behind door number 1, we have you. And that time I got a pile of U materials. Goldia Rod.
Can I hold it, please?
So what's kind of annoying me right here is I'm getting more and more tier bombs, and they were obsolete before the game started. I don't think the tier bomb's ever been a good item in any of the sequel games.
These traps are nothing but cheap toys. There's not a scrap of elegance to them.
Did Rosenberg make these? They aren't his style. But I think I know whose style they are.
Found a new doll type there.
Yeah?
So, a bit of advice. If I could go back to the Reverie corridor, I would want to... we got a Brave Soul, that's decent.
This is quite the stroke of luck.
I would recommend unlocking the Students of Rein as tag-alongs. For this particular group, their biggest weakness is they don't have break, but I have Victor Arsaid as the tag-along, so we're able to use his Brave Order to smash stuff as needed. For Lloyd's group, they don't have anyone for speed, so when you finally do break the enemy, you can't pile on them as easily. And I haven't really looked at Rein's group to see what they're missing at the moment.
Yeah?
13 new materials and a new scan to my collection.
We should get that chest while we're here.
Zerul Cannon super rare. 64 strength, and overall it's a pretty good quartz. I don't even know if I have anyone who uses fire primarily. Like, this would be more for, like, Rein or Elisa. You could swap out the attack, too, if you wanted to. It's going to give you a little bit more, plus the spell. Thing is, for her... yeah, I'd rather not. Just because I'd rather keep it up for someone who can actually use the strength aspect of it. Like, maybe the exception I'd make would be Emma, because she does have that weird fire slot, which doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of things. Hopefully they made it. This is Lloyd Banning speaking. Could you assist us with the next lock? Very well, on my signal then. Great, looks like it worked. You have my thanks.
The SSS must know what they're doing if we can move on ahead.
Well, they have to, or we can't. And that goes for them as much as it does for us.
So if you notice, everything here respawned. I think I'm going to swap over to them first.
We shouldn't have any problems as long as we keep at it.
But who could it be on the other end?
That voice had to be...
For now, let's just keep on going.
Surely it was Santa.
Looks like this area's been rebuilt to produce archaisms.
How brazen. Oh yes. He must be having a wonderful time with his new toys.
Just what kind of person would do all this?
Whoever they are, I doubt it's anyone who wants to make nice.
And I just noticed I finally have over 10,000 Sepith masses. New materials were at 730. That's ridiculous, man. How bulky that thing is so freaking annoying, man. Yep, it was a trapped room. Terminal you can see is on the
Keep your
exact
eye out
opposite
for
side.
even more traps.
Looks tough. Better watch ourselves.
The other annoying thing about a group this large is every other fight someone's leveling up, and I'm not even keeping track of levels, who's learning what moves, or literally much of anything. Had to burn a lot of agate CP in that fight. Revolution. How is that different from Waterfall? I don't know if...
Wow, we're so lucky.
It may be yet another translation error. So I assume one's supposed to be low and one's supposed to be high, but I don't remember which one's which. What makes no sense to me, man, is they had so much time to do all of this because they had Geofront do the crossbill games. Well, they didn't really have them do it, but they bought the rights. So NAS having this many mistakes in the game isn't really excusable.
Go! Go!
I had really bad luck with Brave points that fight. I just couldn't unbalance the suckers. Came all this way for a stupid potion.
Charging complete.
So I'm not going to trigger the next event right now. I'm going to take a break, so we're going to get closer to it. I'll stop, save, and probably worry about it later. Namely, I'm just running out of time, and a lot of the stuff in the game is just making me scratch my head. Sadly, can't get any brave points off that. Okay, so before we move forward, just to put a date on this video for you guys. Kuro has officially been named through Daybreak, so I'll be using that name going forward as long as I can remember it. Otherwise, just for frame of reference, as of this video, I've had Azure recorded for a very long time, so I'll still be referring to it as Black in those games. Why is there a girl here? There's no need to worry, Lloyd. It's not actually a living, breathing person. It's just a random on the internet. It's an Oz Mirage, a humanoid archaism, a very well-made one, no less. Can't say I was expecting to see one of those here. You and the rest of Class 7 fought them while investigating the Black Workshop, right? They are archaisms once made with Society technology, but what's one doing here? Seem to be manufacturing archaisms in this particular area. But either way, first things first, accessing that computer. Everyone up for another round? You bet, let's crack this wide open. So Zauber Soldats aren't the only thing the Sixth Anguisse is researching, I see. He's also looking to create the next generation of Oz Mirages, yet more advanced humanoid weapons. The various kinds of Soldats are technically humanoid, but given the reference to Oz Mirages, yeah, I think we're talking the more human kind of humanoid. The Society's always had the tech to kind of do that stuff, right, Tita? Right, it was employed a number of times in Laboral a long time ago. You could even hold conversations. You could easily be fooled into thinking they were real people. The result of the Sixth Anguisse picking up where the Rosenberg studio left off. That place on the mains mountain path, Goodness, no, there's an unpleasant thought. The more specific data has been lost, but there is a reference here to an experiment being a success. We should probably keep this in the back of our minds, too. I have no concrete evidence for my theory yet, but... Can we unplug her? Unfinished unit lies abandoned. Won't stand by the abuse of this technology any further. You and me both. Looking to just see if there was like a treasure chest hidden here, but... they phoned it in with this game, in my opinion. There's a protection program on the terminal. It needs to be operated at the same time as the one on the other route. That sucks. Sadly, this may be getting long enough to the point where I may have to split it up into multiple videos. Should just end up being 2, I hope, unless they really went crazy with designing this place. Come on, let's play. So, we did a mission there, which I didn't really intend to. Got an achievement.
That chest is just begging to be opened.
Holy Breath Ultra Rare, which is a really, really nice Sepith. I almost called it a materia because I was looking at Final Fantasy VII stuff before this. So, you could put it on C here, or you could give it to someone else who you want to designate as a healer. Kind of want to get rid of this, it's just, it's so expensive that I don't really have much of anything to replace it with. Another thing about, why am I using the shield too when I could be using this? Or even just a tier ultra rare. Hit 2 is necessary for him. Do I have a better time quartz? I should have something by now. Not that one. First attack art, unfortunately. A Nightmare 2 would be amazing. I just noticed we have a cast 3. Oh wait. We're gonna give it to her. And there's the Holy Breath, which we can swap out for the Ultra Rare. I think I'm going to give her this Azurul Cannon. I think I was holding on to this for Emma. And then we can swap out this one for... Ah, no, I misread... Ah, crap. That's for your dodge tank, obviously. So we can actually replace hit with that, assuming I have the slot for it. Yeah, we'll hold on to this for Emma.
Say the word now.
You can see I refilled the charge gauge in those 3 fights. So we're at 773 U material. I don't even know what all I got from that. What was a mixture of like balms and status restoration items and who knows what else. You look new.
Yeah. I'm pooped.
So you can see the team's a little worked over there. A magical drop. Art +1.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the first fight in a little while where Ren did not level up. Don't really know if that herb's fresh down here, but I've seen weirder crap in Resident Evil.
Say the word now.
I'm not gonna come back for this, so let's get it now. Hey, bait! Now, I don't know if they're...
Nothing here poses much of a threat so long as you keep an eye out.
They are so dumb! Whoever made these is just screwed in the head.
So I don't know if there's an enemy that only appears if you trigger an alarm. That would suck. But since this game is unlike the others, I really can't eliminate that possibility without, actually triggering the alarm. How do we raise the... trapped here, huh? Okay. This better be worth it, man.
I'm curious to see what's in that chest myself.
Basically, charm is better than confusion. Could put it on Ren, even though they have respect more as a caster here. And I think she's natively... well, the Master Quartz could be skewing it. It is. Heavily. We don't have Zerul Can on that one yet. That's interesting, that's a one-way trip, apparently. Appears they'll need the other team's assistance yet again. Do you read me, good members of the Triple S? Sure thing, I take it everything is going well on your end, too. This mechanism should be the same as the last, so we're going to have to cooperate again. Indeed. Excellent. Alright, time to move on. We've seen that enemy before.
Even my patience is starting to wear thin.
Right? Must be one cold day in Gehenna if we're in agreement. Can you carry me? I'm tired.
Are you out of your mind? Who gets tired in a place like this? We'll need to be smarter.
Interestingly enough, that fight had one of each doll. Magical Divine Water.
Ooh, I like a lot.
So will I lose access to that door by flipping this switch? The answer is yes. So that means we have to go through the lasers again. Army of dolls, loads of U materials. I just chose to do the United Front to get through that sucker. If they have a lot of these urns, I may as well use them, you know?
Yeah?
Okay, that one only had Curia Bombs. We're at 809 U materials, though. Fortitude Droplet, so
This
1
is
point of
quite the
defense.
stroke of luck.
No, it's not. Shut up. I should backhand you for even thinking that. Oh my god, this is the way forward. The other one's the treasure room, so... Don't you hate when we were on the right track the first time around? Bring on the pain. Went unscathed, and the posse is now at 119.
Is just begging to be opened.
True Passion Leggings prevents freeze. We didn't flip the switch, did we? 11 new materials unscathed. That could be an extremely good grinding opportunity. I didn't even bother counting the dolls. I think there were like 6 or something. In case you're wondering, you cannot use the U materials to figure out the number of enemies because it varies how many enemies have how many U materials, so... I feel ripped off. I only got 4 U materials that time. And you can look at my assault gauge, see I used the Brave Order just to get through it, and we went the wrong way. Not the Brave Order, the United Front. Like, I wouldn't mind just charging through those if you at least wound up on the other side of the laser when it's done. Instead, you're no different from where you started. Yeah, we're not really playing it enough, are we? Like, this one's cheap, so I'll take it. Same reasoning for this one. And since he's supposed to be hybrid, he has this weird long line, and they get pricey, unfortunately. You can see she's meant to be a caster. Oh. Yeah, that 3,000 is really freaking steep. No one has a breakthrough yet. Just notice we have enough for, yeah, poison 3. Yeah, the only downside of not having the hit 2 equipped, we lose out on a little bit of crit. Now the question is, do I want to use the break here? Because as is, the cast isn't going to do anything for him. I'd rather do this. does have breath, I should point out. He has the break too. So out of curiosity, what can I get time-wise that's better than what I currently have for him? I can go Nightmare for strength or any spell for speed. Sad part is the delay is only a one-time thing. So yeah, let's just stack a bunch of chrono drives. Have to burn 600 more if I would get that. And I'm actually good to do that. Just because I'm a little tired of the impasse I'm currently in. And keep in mind we're going to be doing this on Lloyd's side in a moment. In case you're wondering why I'm even thinking about getting rid of the speed down chance, the long and short of it is simply a lot of bosses just flat out are immune to that. I'd rather just get the extra turns in and chip away, get more crits, more loads of other stuff. Now we need to hop back. I'm gonna take one small break before I actually move Lloyd. Okay, so I decided to pop into the corridor. You can see that Elisa and Sharon are now in the posse.
Trade phantasmal shards.
I just wanted to peek at the missions that they said I did. 5 mini missions. Oh. It said I did something. There it is. 100 S-crafts. So now we have to get up to 150. Close to 110 with all allies. Close to rank 7.
Confirming rank points
Yeah, we
accumulated.
got enough for Mercurius.
Liberation rank changed. Transferring rank reward.
So we'll peek and see what that does real quick. Increases damage when exploiting weaknesses. Whoa! Yeah, check out the spells. So the only thing you're missing is Mirage, which you'll probably want to have as your secondary. And what's kind of cool is that 5 EP per turn. This could be a really, really, really good Master Quartz. Yeah, I'm in no rush on that one. But I don't know of any Master Quartz that offered a spell outside of its, well, more than one element outside of its native. And even then, like, the only one here that we can see is Invari from the look of it. What's Emma running? That's Sarah, not Emma. You know what? She's here on the list. Scold. Yeah, this is... Oh, wait, that's Yuno, isn't it? Yeah. Here's Emma. Emblem. Okay, yeah, I kind of want to keep this one on her. Although that would actually be a decent... I have to give up the water spells. Mercurius Emblem. So this should cause the two of them to swap places. And then, since she natively has Mirage slots, should be able to hit any weakness for the bonus damage, and therefore the bonus break. And she just has a nice supply of other stuff. So yeah, this wasn't actually a bad idea to make this little detour.
Departure noted.
So let's get back in the saddle.
I'm getting a different kind of vibe from this place.
They must have been manufacturing something enormous in here.
It's difficult to say now with all the operations having been shut down.
They have 4 cranes.
Looks tough.
Okay, that fight took a little while just because that thing has that much HP. Like to say I'm exaggerating, but jeez.
Charging complete.
It did drop something, the magic drops, whatever they're called.
Ooh, I found a treasure chest.
Impenetrable shield. It's actually not too bad. Nice mixture of stats and spells. That's why I always try to peek around here, see if they're hiding stuff, because sooner or later there might be something.
Go!
Pew pew. Fortuitous divine water.
Who knew we'd get so lucky?
It's in the name, man. Here we go again.
This area is a mess, so let's not hang around too long.
Go!
Okay, I'm getting annoyed here. So the Feint is cool. That one... I'm not using her for arts, anything. I'm not really sure why she even has that equipped. But basically, I'm just looking for something that's going to allow her to move. And this is going to boost the pitiful... Yeah. The best I have, unfortunately, is breath. So now she can cover 7 squares, or what we're going to call the unit of movement.
Time to kick open that treasure chest.
Tyrol ultra rare, just a ball of HP, I'm afraid.
That enemy appears rather formidable.
That's our chance. Spear droplets.
I'd love to take a closer look at this.
Go!
8 U materials from that alone.
Pow!
Okay, that went a lot smoother than I actually thought it was going to, and the reward kind of reflected that.
Charging
was
complete.
lackluster. There's another terminal over there. Isn't it kind of weird that this area isn't active like the others, though? Very, but I think it's safe to assume that its inactivity is a very recent development. Judging by the equipment, this part of the factory was used to manufacture large parts in mass quantities. Wait, like railway guns, for instance? No, I think we can rule those out. This area is unusually large in scale for manufacturing weapons like those, for one thing. There's another big question mark here, too. No kidding, where are they getting all the iron for this? There isn't even enough iron in all of Crossbill for soldats in this crisis, never mind whatever else is being produced here. In theory, they could transport from the Empire, but without Reinford noticing, not a chance. So we're none the wiser about what they were making or how they got the materials to make it. Let's at least check out that terminal while we're here. It is worth a try. Perhaps we will learn something of value. Any luck? Unfortunately not. This information is even more heavily encrypted than anywhere else in the factory. We tried everything we could to crack it, but to no avail. All we were able to extract were these two words. I can hardly imagine them being of much use. Project Babel. What does that even refer to? Project this and plan that just make me think of the damn society at this point. As much as the Sixth Linguiste does seem to be involved in all this project is likely being led by the Supreme Leader. How that relates to the occupation of Crossbell and the United Nation, on the other hand, is a mystery. No kidding. We still don't have enough clues to infer what he's after. No use thinking too hard about this yet. So, ironically, the thing that Babel most reminds me
Something
of...
huge is going on, and I'm getting chills just imagining what that something is.
Yeah. Whatever Project Babel entails, sure as hell ain't anything good.
It's no use dwelling on what we don't know. It won't make things better.
Okay, anyone else lose their train of thought? I'm kidding. Babel most reminds me of the Reverie corridor, how everyone goes in there in a haze, unable to remember stuff that happened prior to that, and they behave differently as a result. Can we actually upgrade accessories here? Sharon. I was thinking, is that actually something we really do need? And I guess I could duck into the Reverie corridor if I wanted to upgrade stuff, but I'm cool for the time being. Knock that out, knock that out. From my pause, you can tell I am contemplating that one. And I'm gonna do this one, I think. Yeah, I can do both of those. Just for the joke, I'm out of time. Oh, wrong spot. So I have one in inventory. That's for Tita, in case you're wondering. Like, I just don't see value in the tier spell. This is a sequel game, don't forget. So we have two of those, which I can upgrade. That I'm actually on board with. At this point, I'm just like upgrading the lower tier stuff just so I have higher tier stuff to pull from. 3 of my 4 are equipped. So I'd have to find whoever has that lost one and then replace it that way. So I believe this is what 3 was using. I can't remember. Swin, that's his name. Could upgrade that for a better chance. It's only 4 UMATs. Let's do it. Those I'll never upgrade. My main concern is she just doesn't have the EP pool to use the move, the spell. Like she has that and it's still obscenely pricey. Huh. Recover CP through offensive arts. Why is Agate using that? Let's give him Anvari. Yeah, item range is boosted, but she doesn't move. So I lose it on Thalos and Athalos. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna give this to her. She's not gonna cast anything, but she might need to. You can see that Caliburn has the exact same effect as Beowulf. I wonder if I may have had that there because I was questioning whether or not that actually was a correct translation. Like Murakumo and whatever it is Sharon's using, which is Gloom, I think have the same effect. I may actually want... No. Now that I look at this, all I can say is, whoa. Anvari, bye-bye. So yeah, I'll get 3 CP and HP every turn with a better chance of crit. That's insane. And ironically, if I want to do the whole Mobius healing crap, Milliums would actually be a really good combo with that one to boost their potency even higher. She can actually use this pretty well. Technically, so could he. So yeah, I'm actually going to swap those two. So this is Beowulf. This is Pixie. Emblem's a sub there. Okay, I'll be back.